Babe, what's wrong?
I feel so guilty.
Why?
You know, just my whole life I was just not supposed to have sex. What's up, guys? Nate and Sutton back with another video, and today we are talking about a very popular topic, which is our wedding night. Everyone's so curious about our wedding night.
Too bad we weren't doing this at the time. We could have really given them something good.
What does that mean?
Like we would remember more.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like live stream.
No.
Anyway, so yeah, the topic of today's video is, did me and Sutton feel guilty on our wedding night being virgins?
I don't know if that's something any of you guys have ever thought about, but that was definitely a thought and a fear of mine revolved around our wedding day is, will I feel guilty on our honeymoon, and is that going to like ruin it?
Mm-hmm. Because your whole life, you know, as a Christian, if you saved yourself for marriage, you're thinking every time I am tempted or every time I want to do something, or if you ever did do something, you feel guilty about it. So it's like, can I just flip that switch on our wedding night and feel not guilty?
Yeah, and then you're taught, you know, like in the Bible and in church and your parents and mentors of like, don't do this until you get married. So in your mind, your whole life, it's like, don't do this, don't do this. Like, this is a forbidden thing to do. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now go for it. And it's good for you, and like now you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm still trying to recover from the guilt I felt on our wedding night.
So bad. You look so funny not standing up straight.
I know, if you guys really, I'm actually this tall, by the way. If you think that Sutton's that tall, I'm really just trying to fit in the frame, so I'm doing a split down here. But anyway, so yeah, it was actually kind of crazy how not guilty I felt.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like that's just a testament to how it's intended to be. Like, God would not put guilt around this thing that he intends to be a gift and you're intended to do when you're married. It's like, why would he make it to where you feel guilty about it?
Mm-hmm.
But I was really surprised by that. Yeah, like afterwards, it was like, oh, like not even a little bit, like not even a thought of guilt.
I felt a lot of things on our wedding night, and guilt wasn't one of them. Oh man. But yeah, you know, I think it was our second most viewed video ever. It got over 2 million views, I believe, was our wedding night awkward as virgins. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But we thought, wow, so many people are interested in this topic that we really want to use this topic as a video because it's such an important topic. How many times can I say that word? You know, that it was something that was so sacred to me and Sutton, preserving that gift or preserving our virginity for each other on our wedding night. And for those of you watching that have not had sex or that you're wanting to save yourself for marriage, we encourage you, yes, keep going.
Stick on that path. It is worth it in the end.
It is hard. It is so difficult, but believe me, coming from a raging testosterone male, all of the hard times that I experienced saying no was so worth it in the end.
Saying no like I'm pressuring you?
No, saying no to like just other temptations, you know. Not that there was other temptations outside of Sutton, but
of course not.
It was worth it in the end, and we encourage you guys that are trying to pursue that to keep going, because we live in a world that tells you not to.
And even if you have, and you have not decided to pursue that, but now you can decide. Maybe now you're like, now I'm going to stop doing that, and now I'm going to wait for the person I'm going to marry. That is awesome, and you know, God forgives you, and you're washed clean, and go for it now. It's never too late. It's never too late to make that decision. And even for you, it will still be worth it in the end. I guarantee it.
Yeah. And then for all you other people out there, I don't know what you're doing watching our channel. because you won't hear any other advice coming from us.
Yeah, I've imagined what it would have been like if we would have fallen into temptation while we were dating. And I know that it's so common and so many people do because obviously the temptation is there, but the feelings are revolved around it. Like, I just feel like in the moment, it may feel good and fulfilling and like, this is what I want. But I could just imagine that like as soon as it's over, it's like this emptiness and this guilt and maybe even shame comes with it. I don't know. That's just what I imagine. Maybe that's not true.
Well, a lot of people say that's true.
Okay, well, maybe if you've experienced this, you can put in the comments like how it made you feel, and maybe you could help someone out there who you could save them from being in your position, because obviously we wouldn't want anyone to feel like that. I'm sure you don't want anyone to feel like that.
Yeah, yeah, and I also want to use this video platform as an encouragement to you all guys to own your virginity and not to shy away from it. It's not something to be embarrassed about or to feel like you're less than, but that it's actually a very cool thing. I'll never forget the episode of The Bachelor that I saw. Actually, just The Bachelor.
You watched The Bachelor? I cannot believe it.
Yeah, just The Bachelor and TV in general in our world makes it sound like, oh my goodness, you're
so weird if you...
Such a freak. I don't want to touch you. You're a virgin. Which is just so mind-blowing to me. And
it's sad is what it is.
Yeah, I felt like I never had an example to follow of someone telling me how cool it is to save yourself for marriage. For some reason, I just thought it was. But I want to be, if you don't have someone in your life like that, I want to be that person for you and to own it. If someone asks you a virgin, you're like, heck yeah, I'm a virgin. Are you a virgin? You know, like something that you're proud of and that you work very hard for and that is God honoring. And then you will find as you wear that, people will think that about you as well. It turns into a very cool thing. But if you are like ashamed of it and you think bad of yourself, then what do you think other people are going to think of you? Right? So long story short, me and Sutton are just so cool.
Not
just
anymore.
kidding.
We were cool.
We were cool before I said that. Now everyone hates us, and that just earned me like 50 negative comments. So, to kind of reiterate Sutton's point earlier, to drive it home, that if you have had sex, which is probably the majority of you, you know, realistically, that you don't...
Have some faith in them.
Okay. Maybe it's like 50% of you guys that have had sex outside of marriage. But the point is that it's not something to feel guilty about. Like we all sin. We all do things that aren't God honoring all the time, but that's the beauty of our faith, that God offers forgiveness. He offers restoration. And to say from this point forward, I'm doing the right thing. So it's never too late. Don't feel bad about it. Don't be the one that says, oh, I already had sex one time, I might as well do it 100 more times with 50 other people. That's Satan. I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, just to drive that point home too, because we've gotten a lot of flack in the past of people thinking we're trying to shame them for having sex outside of marriage, which we are definitely not trying to do.
Not trying to shame, we're trying to encourage you in another path.
Use your stumbling blocks into stepping stones and encourage other people. You know, like for example, there's a lot of people I can't relate with or that can't relate with me because I haven't had sex outside of marriage. But you, if you have, you can use that to encourage other people that are in your same shoes to move forward in the right direction. So you have an opportunity that we don't have.
Yeah.
Right? Am I preaching or am I preaching? Just kidding. All right, is that it?
That's it, shorty.
Shorty. Well, guys, that was just a short and sweet video for today that we wanted to make, and we hope that it's encouraging to you. That for us, it was not guilt-ridden at all on our wedding night. It was just guilt-free and
good times.
Good times. All right, guys. Well, that was Nate and Sutton sowing seeds of truth, love, and inspiration, one view at a time.
And that was, did we feel guilty on our wedding night as virgins? Stop. I just had it together.
Just my whole life, I wasn't supposed to have sex. Is there a thumbnail that we could do?
Well, stay here if you want to do a thumbnail.
can do it again.
Praying over me.